Morning everyone, I'm here with Joseph and we're going to start changing the cam cover gasket on his Rover 620. You will be needing a 10mm deep socket with short extension. You'll be needing some pliers to slacken off this clip here because it goes on, it's part of the breather tube for the inlet, and that is literally about your lot. These are relatively easy engines to work on, so without further ado, let's get these undone, see what we like. Yeah, the new gaskets don't come with bolts, so you need to keep hold of these. Same with most of these version of Honda engines. Stick the new pocket out of the way. Undo the little earth strap that's on the top. Like so, just pull that out of the way. There we go. And hopefully, this should just lift off. We'll have to have a look. Remove that other breather out of the top. It's only in there with a little rubber grommet. Pull that off out of the way. Yeah, these usually bake on quite hard. Persuasion. Wow, that's on well. There's one. 2, 3. Tab washer. Do not lose that. And 4. One's in there as well. I'm hoping that this should just peel straight off. But I think it's the original gasket and it's never been off before. Plug holes. Get a bigger screwdriver, let's give that a whirl. There's one side off. No. Might have to come back shortly. Okay, after a little bit of brute force and ignorance, I've managed to get it off. It does appear that this cam cover has not been off for some considerable amount of time, due to the fact that it obviously had a major oil leak over the exhaust, which was creating a big stink and a big mess, and the pliable rubber, which should be like that, has completely baked itself solid. For instance, it just keeps snapping, so that's why it was leaking, because the rubber has gone off and it's gone hard. So we'll dispose of that for a moment. Now with these Honda engines, there's also little gaskets that are round the spark plug holes which mate to the top of the cylinder head. And I've seen a few of these done over the years where the garage in question, or the owner, the DIY owner, has neglected to change these, and once it's been off it will actually fill the spark plug holes with oil and create a misfire, and you don't want to be doing that, because the kit that I've bought has got the new O-rings in, ready to be fitted. So this engine is a little bit dirty inside, but then again it's knocking on a little bit, so it's entitled to be. And so we'll be giving it an oil change as well later on. And but now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to clean the mating face up on the actual cam cover itself with a bit of brake clean. Make sure it's all clean before I even attempt to take these out, because one, I don't want to be getting messy, and two, I want to be able to see what I'm actually doing. So yeah, we'll return shortly, and hopefully this cam cover gasket will be a little bit more further progressed. Right, we've gone ahead and cleaned the cam cover ready for its new gasket. We've removed the spark plug tube seals. They've had a good cleaning with some brake cleaner, and again in the groove where the new gasket is going to sit, that's also had a real good cleaning out, because they do tend to fill up with a lot of rubbish and road crap, particularly on the front facing edge, which is this side. So yeah, that's all clean. You need to keep that clean and oil free, because when you bolt it back down you will end up with another oil leak. And same with the top of the engine where the mating surfaces are. You've got to keep this area clean all the way around, and particularly over the top and in the corners here where the gasket actually has to bend through 90 degrees. Also paying particular attention to the mating face on the top of the spark plug tube. You can see the witness mark of the old gasket there, so that needs to be kept perfectly clean. And yeah, it's just a case now of fitting the new cam cover gasket and bolting it back together. Now with these, I personally prefer to do the spark plug tube seals first and put the new rubber gasket on last of all, because these, it's a bit like juggling custard. They are a bit of a nightmare. So with your new spark plug gaskets, we'll start at one end. They do go on one way. You'll see there's the seal has a little flange on the inner side. If you turn it round, it's completely flat there. This side needs to face up, just like so. Oops. And it will just literally click into place and stay where it is. Alright, just that back on there. Just quickly pop these other three in, like so. 2, 3, and 4. Now the difficult part. The gasket does only go on the one way. You have these two little tab things. These always go at the cam belt end, which happens to be this end. So it's got the, you notice it's got the big cutout for the cam wheel sprocket. It's literally just a case starting at one end and working your way all the way around. Get it lined up. They're not held in with a great deal of pressure. Like I said, they are. It's a bit like juggling custard when it comes to putting it back together, because you'll have bits hanging and then falling, and then you might have to take it back off and start again and have a bit of a cry and go and have a coffee and then come back and finally finish it. Now this one, because it's a Victor Ryan's gasket, they're not actually of bad quality, they're pretty good, and that is slotted in there, a treat, like so. Okay, right, I'm going to put this back on now. You can see the new gasket nicely sitting in its groove where it's supposed to be. Can be a bit of a fiddle folding the cam cover back through onto the top of the head because there's various pipes and stuff in the way, but this being a Honda engine, it's not actually too bad. So what I tend to do is I don't just drop it straight on, I go in at an angle, keeping all of those pipes out of the way, like so. Should, if all goes well, just drop straight back into place. There's one end. Gasket's dropped out this end. Like I said, it is a bit like juggling custard doing this, and it should now. Oh, what you caught on? There we go. Drop into place like that. Perfect. Now what we've got to do is you need to go round and make sure that the gasket is going to sit correctly on the head against the cam cover, because this particular part here where the gasket seats can be a real pain, which is why these tend to leak oil within a few hundred miles after them being changed. So I want it to be done right. And this is going to take quite some time. There, that's fine. Okay, let's give it a first bolt up, make sure everything's going to be fine. Now we did get new tab washers for the top, which is perfect. There we go. £10mm. Old tab washer. There. Right. I neglected to chuck these in the bin, so I'll just get rid of those for the moment. And leave us with a 10mm bolt for the earth clamp. I'll put that on last of all, so I can stick that back in my pocket so I don't lose it. And we'll start off with these cap heads again. Now what I tend to do is with these, I tend to screw them down by hand until they make contact with the washer. I'm getting ahead of myself there. I should have put this tab washer on, like so. Okay, I'll screw it down until it makes contact. Now what I'll do now is I'll go around, because they're only done up finger tight, but I'll go around and I'll make sure that the gasket is fully connected to the head, into the cam cover, and it's got a nice even sealing face on the top of the cylinder head, because if it had any kinks in it or if it was spitting out from the one side, you need to take it off and start again. I don't particularly want to do that. Make myself look like a fool. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Now we get the socket, ratchet, sorry. Make sure we're going in the right direction. And a lot of people would rather, with tightening these, it will go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go cross ways, so it's going to go down nice and evenly. On that one. A little bit on that one. A little bit on that one. A little bit on that one. Go back to your first one. Like so. Over to your second one. Like so. Over to the third one. Back again for one final time. You don't have to go full gorilla on it. You're not tightening up a wheel nut or anything like that. Just a nice, even pressure all the way around. And there we go. Thank you very much for watching. I'll do a run-up video of it later on. Stay tuned. Thank you very much.